welcome to this video. No, I'm not gonna lie, I have attempted to record this video for a hot minute. However, I haven't had a chance. Now I'm gonna tell you why I haven't had a chance. I got sick with possibly Omicron, but there's a lack of at-home tests, and because I wasn't experiencing severe symptoms where I would need to be hospitalized, I wasn't tested because the government's like, you're not high risk. Just stay home. Pretend like it is COVID and you'll be fine. I'm like, alright. But I am better now. Sadly, my mom got what I had and she's now in the hospital. Though I don't think she's sick anymore. She's just having mobility issues. So, I'm home alone. And I just found out today which hospital in the city, because there's like 5 of them, she's at, because they finally called me for some information while she's like at home, and what they're trying to strive for when she's being discharged, which probably won't happen for a few weeks yet. So, yes, welcome to this video. Been a bit busy on and off. I spent quite a while cleaning up the house to make it look presentable because my landlord decided to come about 4 days after I finally got better. So I had to do a massive clean because the house looked like a fucking pigsty and I wanted to die. So, yeah. I was dying for about 7-8 days, and then I started to get better, so let's just get on with this video. Now, this video is my book haul that was for January, but it's being uploaded and recorded in February. It's February 1st that I'm recording this. I do have books on the way for February, which is why I'm not making this a February haul. And I'm not waiting for those because I literally just ordered them today. There's no use in me waiting for them. That's going to take a couple weeks. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, and that's because, well, I haven't had time between going back to work, cleaning the house, taking care of a lot of other things, trying to figure out where my mom was. I just haven't had much time, but here I am, recording now. Oh, and don't even get me started on the fact that my SD card was being an ass. Let's get on to this book haul. Now, one of these books I forgot to mention in my previous book haul because I was an idiot and didn't check. I only checked while I was editing my last book haul. However, the thing is, it could have been in there, and maybe I just didn't see it, but we're gonna do this again. So, this book haul is gonna be a little smaller than my normal ones, because I didn't have a huge amount of money in January. Yes, my isolation was paid for, however, I didn't know that. And also, January is kind of the month where, I don't get much hours anyway, so my paycheck was a little low, so I couldn't buy any books until just like recently, because I got the rest of my I've paid rent, I've bought food, and paid utilities, so I finally actually have a concrete idea of how much money I have. So yes, there are only 3 books in this haul. However, it's 3 intriguing books. Okay, 2 very intriguing books. One I'm a little on the edge about, and it's only because of the type of book it is. We'll just start off with the book that I'm a little iffy on. And I bought it mostly because of the cover, and then I read the synopsis later. So, anyway, let's start off with it. I'm currently trying to take the sticker off the cover without ruining the cover. Oh, I can't get it off. So, at least not right now. I will try again at a later date. Maybe after I record this video. But our first book for this haul is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. And my hand is currently over the sticker. Got the light. So this is the book. Based off of what I've read, there's this main character whose name is Evangeline. So Evangeline, she believes in true love and happily ever afters. Yeah, true love and happy endings. However, who she thinks of as her true love and that is engaged and about to get married to another person. However, Evangeline doesn't like that. So she goes to someone, not sure who, to try and get her love back. However, this guy, he has an agenda and tells her that he will do it if and only if she agrees to give him, I think, 5 kisses whenever and wherever he wants. Now that's the agenda. She thinks, there's nothing wrong with that. Let's agree to this insanity. However, I can already see where a lot of this is going. Now, he's got a secret agenda, probably to get her to fall in love with him. And she is going after this other guy. So, I'm not entirely sure anything else on this book. That's basically what I've gotten from the blurb. Again, I've started to read the blurb so that these book hauls are a little better than normal, but I do still like to go into books completely blind, so I'm not willing to look into it more until I read it. However, I know Stephanie Garber is a very popular author. A lot of people really love her books. But the thing with me is this seems like a sort of fantasy romance thing. And it's really heavy in the romance department. Now, romance is fine. Romance is okay. Like, almost every book I read has romance as an aspect. However, not often is romance like the core subject. It's usually just thrown in there because, you know, things happen, you fall in love when you're fighting a war. I mean, in my own book, I start off with my characters, with my 2 main characters already having feelings for each other so that I don't have to go through that. Granted, in future, in my second book, which I will have a video up next week pertaining to all of my writing stuff, but that'll be in next week, so you'll learn more about that. In my second book, I have to kind of delve into that aspect. However, romance isn't heavy in my book. I don't particularly like when books focus on romance. It's awful, actually. And I just end up not enjoying the book as much. However, one, Stephanie Garber, tons of really good stuff about her. What other books has she written? That's why it's familiar. So, Stephanie Garber's written the Caravel trilogy? I think it's trilogy? Yes, it's trilogy. And that's actually really interesting because I've had Caravel on my TBR, but I've never actually bought the fucking books for a while. I'm going to give this book a try. However, it is not super high on my list, so it's gonna take a while. Unless those of you in the comments, you actually convince me more. Just convince me. Convince me that this is worth reading really soon. Maybe if I get in a mood where I really just want something more romance heavy, I'll pick it up. However, that doesn't happen a whole lot. Yeah, so we have Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. It'll be interesting when I finally get to it, but as of now, it is not very high on the list. So let's get on to the next book, which is also not very high on my list, but a little higher than this. Now, we have Evercursed by Cory and Haidu. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm likely not, because I don't know how to pronounce things. It's about 5 cursed princesses of a kingdom called Ever, and they are cursed for a crime that they did not commit. Do I know what that crime is? No. They were cursed by a witch so that they can't feel, well, they can't, like, eat. Okay. What was it? So they can't eat, sleep, love, remember, or hope. Their mother is imprisoned somewhere. There's a vengeful witch. There's these 5 princesses who can't eat, sleep, hope, love, all of that stuff. Now, I have known about this book for a long time, and it's a concept that's really intriguing. And because when it first came, 2020. So this came out in 2020, when the whole world decided to just go off the rails. It's been off the rails for 2 years now, guys. What? So I had originally thought to buy Evercursed when it came out, and then pandemic happened, and I forgot about it. I forgot that this book existed, and then I went into the bookstore, which is actually how I got this and the next book. I went into the bookstore with the gift card that I had from a coworker who gave it to me on my birthday way back in July. Yeah. I had that in my possession for a really long time. I couldn't use it online though, because the code to use it online, when I tried to like scratch off the thing that covers it, the numbers weren't there. So I'd actually go into a physical store, which I haven't done in well over 2 years. So I found this and I was like, oh my god, so many things are coming back. Also, the cover's beautiful. So yes, this is an intriguing book. It's very short, but you know what? It's for ages 14 and up. This is a good book length for people who are age 14. Under 300 pages. Wow. I have not read a book that's under 300 pages in a long time. Looking forward to it. I will be breezing through this, basically. But I'm really interested in it. There's a lot of things that I think can go right. Granted, there's also a lot of things I think that can go wrong with this type of book. However, I'm really intrigued to get into it, and I mean, how can you not be intrigued by this book cover? Like, look at this thing. Look at it. It's beautiful. Like, how can you not? So yes, we have Evercursed by Cory and Haidu, and yeah, it's not super high on the list. That's because I'm currently still reading A Torch Against the Night. Couldn't really read when I was sick. Granted, when I started to get better, I also forwent trying to actually read and listened to a different book instead, which you will see in a few weeks for that book talk. But yes. So let's get on to our next and final book for this haul, which is Crown of Bones by A.K. Wilder. Now, this book, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. However, I don't know a lot about this. I don't know a lot about the world. I don't know anything, which is so intriguing, which is why this is so high on my list. Because even though I did read the blurb a little, and the fact that this is an epic fantasy, the fantasy genre was basically built on epic fantasies, because that is what Lord of the Rings is, that is what fucking Narnia is, it's what all of those books that I never read, but I know about, and I do appreciate that they started the genre off. However, it's not. So, epic fantasies aren't always going to grab my attention first. And usually the epic fantasies encapsulate a lot of things with adventure and just exploring the worlds. And I actually did that in my second book. I had characters exploring the world to tell people more of the world. So, Crown of Bones. First off, let's get on to the title. Title, beautiful, awesome, grabs the attention. The book is very blue, also grabs the attention. You know, there's a lion right here. If you pull up a picture of it, you'll be able to see it a little better, but there's a lion behind this sort of palace, and that kind of tells me nothing. So, on to our description, which also kind of doesn't tell us anything. So I think our narrator will be someone named Ash, who is a scribe. Scribes are meant to observe and record, and that's it. However, Ash apparently thinks that they're destined to surprise everyone else. There's someone who's going to, the first line of this description is, in a world on the brink of the next great dying, no amount of training can prepare us for what is to come. What is the great dying? Is that like my brain immediately goes to apocalypse level events, extinction level events, something like that. So that's what my brain immediately goes to, is like apocalypse or extinction level events, things that could bring the end of the world as we know it. And from what I gather later is there are these things called phantoms that you can raise. Don't know what they are. Don't know anything about them. Because again, nothing's explained unless I actually fucking read the book. But there's an heir, there's all of these other kind of things. There's someone who wants to control the 9 realms, which tells me that this takes place in a different world where there are 9 realms, and really interesting there. There's someone with a lot of secrets. And there's something that is taking children into the sea, which don't know what it is doing, but it's there. It's very interesting, which is why, and I guarantee this is actually going to happen. This will be the book that I read after I finish An Ember in the Ashes series. So, once I finish Torch Against the Night, I will read Reaper, and then I will read Sky Beyond the Storm, and then it'll be Crown of Bones. Hope. And I'm really actually hoping that this book is as good as it sounds, and I'm kind of already excited for it. My excitement might tone down by the time I actually read it, but here's hoping it's fine. It's a good book. I hope it is. Like, when was this published? I literally know nothing. So this is a 2021 book. If it has a sequel, the sequel hasn't come out yet because it's also the beginning of 2022. But yes, that is the video. That is my book haul for January. I'm really excited to read most of these. Again, if you have read Once Upon a Broken Heart and you liked it, you can tell me that you loved it, and you can, just don't spoil anything. You can tell me things that would make me want to read it a bit more, and maybe I'll get to it sooner. But who knows? Some romance books I have gotten myself hooked into. So yes, that's the end of this video. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content from me, and ring that notification bell so you get notified when I post new videos, because it's staggered a lot. It's really dependent on, do I have time to read? Probably not. Or do I have a video idea? Probably not. Or am I able to record? Probably not. But I'm trying. I'm really, honestly trying, and that's all you can expect from me, really. So, yes, I will see you all in the next video. Keep an eye out. Have a good day, and bye!